Those guys from Wichita? It's easy. Just go to thoseguysfromwichita.com and click the Patreon link. From there, you'll gain access to over 500 back episodes and exclusive monthly bonus shows. So, help those guys from Wichita spread the word. Go to thoseguysfromwichita.com and click the Patreon link. Thanks, buddy.
Well, in Wichita, Kansas.
Discovery, Roger, go problem.
Roger, 0J, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around.
Thanks, Sarah. Some people heard it, some saw it, but the big question is, what is it?
Those guys from Wichita.
A loud boom, Wichita police say, was not an explosion.
It's those guys from Wichita.
Some say it sounded like a bomb.
It's those guys from Wichita.
One thing that is clear, the loud noise heard by many. In Wichita,
Those guys from Wichita. It's those guys from Wichita.
I'm over here, though.
We can figure it out. Up in the corner, ladies and gentlemen, it's Skin Man.
Good evening to all Puritans weaving ropes for the next witch burning. The fires will be used in East Coast lighthouses to warn all ships at sea. We are those guys from Wichita. And now, here to hang brain, it's Connie Codfingers and Coach Casey. Huzzah!
Way to change it on the fly there, buddy. Yes,
I'll
way
take
to.
it.
I'll take it. Thank you, Skin Man. Thank you. And by the way, don't let me forget, you got a limerick to read every week, too. And I'll just drive right through that opening. So we're adjusting some Podbean live issues here, possibly. We didn't have a cord plugged in. We kept it unplugged for safety issues. So we plugged it in about halfway through the intro. So if it sounds weird, let us know. It should sound fine now. We plugged the cord in.
This is what COVID sounds like.
We could restart the computer if that's necessary, but we don't think we're going to have to. We think we just plug that cord in. It's going to be fine. I mean, there's a little level thing on the bottom of the deal there that shows it going up, but I don't know.
Yeah, because I think at first it probably was coming straight in from the computer mic.
Yeah, which it would sound weird then.
That would just be us talking in a room with.
And you might be able to hear the intro through the bleed of my headphones, but other than that, yeah, it'd be pretty bad.
I wouldn't want to listen.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Well, most people don't. That's why we do it. So if you are listening live, thank you. You're listening to us on Podbean Live. Hopefully it sounds good now. If you're watching our Big Dumb Waterheads, you're watching us on Facebook Live or on... that does sound pretty weird. I'm going to have to adjust that.
Quack.
Let's see here. Just X out of that one. And... boom. Yeah, that's fine. Unplug your that cord there, then plug it back in, and then new live.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
New live show. Check.
Underneath your desk, there should be a tower, and there should be a round cylindrical button. Push that. You do know how a button works, don't you?
That's what happens when you have failing equipment.
Well, we just have to turn it off and on again.
We have to talk though to make sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the trick.
I guess the music's still playing in the background, so we'll see.
He said, "Hey," so hopefully he can hear. It's better now. I'm going to check. But.
It's probably because we were doing it at weird computer, then we mixed signals there because we plugged the cord in, so we were getting double signal.
So you're telling me there was a misconnection?
Sound good?
Sounds like it sounds good to me.
Okay, well, we fixed it, see?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to start over.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the show, everybody. We can hit it up.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can do it again here. We can get into this.
Start over.
Yeah, I should. I got to... Everything start over. Reverse. All right. That's what you missed. We played that.
We did.
Okay, we played that. The whole thing. That was fun in the ghetto. You're not gonna get your ass kicked. Then we played this.
Want to support
Okay.
those guys from Wichita?
That was
it's
good.
easy. Just go to
And then
those
we
guys.
turned that off and we played this.
Oh, this is the Cliff Notes. I like
Well, in
that.
Yeah.
Wichita, Kansas,
Discovery, Roger, Delta
Facebook
Bravo.
people, you've seen this. But
You've
it's for
seen
everybody
this,
else.
yeah. Let it.
Roger,
Then they got
Jay,
this
and
thing
I
and
feel
kind of went on.
fine.
Cool
Captain
song, spaceship, kind of cool stuff going on. Then I went up in the corner to Skin Man.
All right. Good evening to all Puritans weaving ropes for the next witch burning. The fires will be used in East Coast lighthouses to warn all the ships at sea. We are those guys from Wichita. And now here to hang brain, it's Connie Codfingers and Coach Casey. Huzzah!
Thank you, buddy. See, it is better the second
I was
time.
going to say maybe better.
Second time.
And the first for those that didn't get to hear it the first time. So, welcome to the show, everybody. If you're listening live, thank you. You're listening on Podbean Live the second time, the second stream here, which is fine. If you're watching us on Facebook and YouTube. You know all that. If you're there, thank you. Share with a friend. Today is November 18th, 2020, the year of our Lord.
Ding.
Dong.
Yes, thank you. And pretty awesome show tonight because, well, unfortunately, our main guy here, Mexico, is not going to be in. It's not because he didn't want to. It's not because the big white Dodge wasn't pointed in this direction. He had called me this morning and told me that it's a possibility that the old dog's going to die today. And if if he gets up here, then it happens, and let the girls deal with it. But when he left work, they called him when he was right there to the highway. So I said, just turn around and go do what you got to do with that kind of thing. Because, and now it's hard to start a show with a goddamn dog dying. I get it. So
I was going to say.
yeah, don't want to bring it
Do we
down.
want to
Yeah,
restart
even-
again?
Even Old Yeller, they
You're right.
saved it for the end.
Now
for
you
the
guys
movie.
know that the dog died. That's why Shannon's not here. Now we start the show over again.
You just
All
read
right.
the last page of Old Yeller.
In my mind, I'm
Play
never going
this.
to die in no
And then we go over here. We play this.
Want to support those
And then we play this again. And then Skin Man does. There we go.
There we go.
So Mexico's not here. You guys all know why. And it is the 18th of November.
Dinged.
Ding and a dong. And I don't think we have Andy
No
coming
Andy.
in, which is okay. I guess I'll miss him. And I did have some questions for him. But I'll try to get those on yours. I do think that Mexico is going to call us because we do have a pretty he's got an amazing story. Something happened other than the bad news. Something
Okay.
great happened. And I know he wants to tell us about it. And he said he had something else too. I have a story that maybe I'll tell that first. That way, when he calls in, he can elaborate on it.
Wish I had a pipe.
Well, Bud, as Skin, you both know, I've been going down to Oklahoma to help Shannon work on his trailer quite a bit. And I didn't get to any of the problems of the weekend prior when Skin Man was down there. But I got mixed up into the acetone game
You-
for a while.
A week you don't remember.
Yeah, a weekend I don't remember for sure. And then we were just too high, and then we mixed it. Once you just the fumes come in, once you sit into a cylinder, an enclosed trailer for 8 hours with fumes, and then you grab a couple drinks, you're floating, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were floating, but yeah.
Yeah, you're floating towards the coffin. So either way, the whole time I had enough fumes in my system that I was holding rags filled with acetone and stuff and scraping glue off the inside of this trailer and, just doing my best.
Trying your hardest.
And it was at some point during the evening that I tried to grab some of this vinyl that was stuck on the inside. I just couldn't get a good grip
Because
You
your
know?
skin was peeling off.
because my skin had gotten so
Burning
taut.
off.
It had gotten so tight and taut that I couldn't bend my hands anymore, bud. They turned into little hawk claws. So
It looked like he had like a white concrete on both hands.
yeah.
Or at this point, they were so swollen. It was more like he had two white paws.
I couldn't breathe, bud.
That my hands couldn't breathe. The pores got all clogged up and the skin started rejecting itself and withering away and it turned into a bunch of witch faces on my hands and stuff. I took a picture of them. I'll share it with everybody at some point. Went inside that night, grabbed a big old ice cube, started rubbing it around.
Perfect. Did you put any gas on them?
I did put a little gas on there, try to wash off the acetone.
Okay.
Didn't work. It really just took kind of like a few days to recover, really. Putting a little bit of lotion. They're not, it's been 2 weeks
And
now.
they're still not recovered.
They're not 100%.
Have you tried oatmeal?
Remember those kids in high school that you used to hang out with or probably didn't. You probably
They
avoided.
ate their skin.
But they had the dry hand kids.
Yeah, I
Remember
had
those?
one of them was my buddy. He eat this.
It's like every fifth or sixth kid, you know what I mean, had the dry hands club.
Right.
So, ooh. I remember the kid's
Could you wear
name.
gloves?
Lance.
Keith, Jerry, 2 of them.
Lance.
Yeah, Tony would always shit his pants.
Well, I mean, I don't want to say his last. I want to say his last name really bad, but he had the driest hands ever. So
His
Amy's
last name
calling. So, anyways, I had the weird crinkly hands, and then this past weekend I went down, and I was a little more cautious as far as our inside work, and wore some gloves, and we worked a lot on the outside of the trailer. And on Saturday night, Shannon decided to take me out for dinner, which was sweet of him. So he took me over to this fancy steakhouse. It's a Brazilian steakhouse, and it was 9 o'clock at night. We'd been at it that day. I got going at like 7:15, and we were at it all day. And so went and hopped in the outdoor shower at the Shannon's farm, and then got into the white
Together?
Dodge. Yeah, we showered together, lit some candles. It's dark out there, and so
Whatever. 2 shower heads.
yeah. I mean, number 3 is number 3, no matter
2
which
heads are
fountain
better
it's
than
coming out
one.
of.
Yes.
There's a couple brothers out there showering. Either way, we get in the truck, and he takes off to the steakhouse. I'm excited. I haven't eaten all day, and it's one of the Brazilian steakhouses where they'll grab the big skewers of
And then shave it.
and then cut it off on your
Shared
plate.
meats.
Yeah, they'll come over with this big fucking sword and say, "You want some?" Of course. What is it? Doesn't matter. Just cut it onto my plate. And so got the little green and the red thing to flip over. Keep it green, buddy. So you get there, and because of he'd been there before, but pre-pandemic, and so because of the pandemic, instead of the big gigantic kiss my ass salad bar that they usually have with all the cheeses and all the olives and all that stuff, they had opted to give you a little menu and a dry erase marker, and you can go through this menu, and it's all the little salad fixing stuff that you would want. You know, olives, fresh mozzarella, mushrooms, lobster bisque, all the shit that would have been at that bar. So we're looking at this, of course.
Yes,
Boom, this
yes,
circle,
yes.
all of this. This is why are we having
Load it.
everything? So they bring out 8,000 little cups of salami and all the everything, and they're all stacked all over the table. And I'm looking at Shannon, this is great. You know, this is a great
king's
choice.
meal.
We haven't got to the fucking sword meat yet, so this is already doing really good. I ordered a glass of water, and our boy Mexico surprised me and ordered a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Right.
And he'll do that
Gay,
in
but
the
okay.
right situation. And he poured himself a glass, and he poured me. He's like, "You're gonna have to drink." It's like, "I just drink the water, bud. I'm good. You know, we've been drinking all day. I could drink water today." So
It's the only water you've had that week.
right. So he said, "Just help me do at least a glass." And so we go through our eating, and the whole time there was this crew of people to the right of us, and not socially distanced. I mean, maybe they're 6 feet, but they're very loud Oklahoma
Coughing at you.
/
spit.
Texans. You know, so
Oh.
they talk real Oklahoma Texan English. You know, it's
I'm
all.
with
What are you thinking there, baby? What are you thinking, sweetheart?
ya. Heck yeah.
I tell you what, I never had any of that prime rib without horseradish sauce. I'm telling you that.
He has it.
Hey, waiter, we're gonna need another bottle of wine. One, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, we're gonna need another bottle. Baby, you want anything? Another bottle of wine? Hold on, sir. Hold on. What do you? Yeah, she wants to get some of them crackers you brought out. She liked them.
More of the
bad.
crackers,
Yeah,
okay,
more of
wine.
the crackers. The
Wine?
white ones though, not the little orange ones. The
Okay.
white ones.
White ones, okay.
What was those?
Just white crackers.
They were like real soft though.
Oh, the chips?
No, they had a weird flavor. They might have been onions.
Okay, we do have
We
onions.
want the little piece of onion that maybe is a cracker. You know what I'm talking about, like the onion crackers
Yeah,
y'all
I'll go
have?
get some onion crackers.
Just give me all the cups again. We want all the cups again.
Okay.
All right, thanks,
Be
buddy.
right back.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, hey, and a beer. And a beer.
What kind of beer?
What'd you bring last time?
A Pilsner.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. That was good. Good choice. So this is going on the whole time. So because Shannon's uncorked a bottle of wine and we're sitting there in this romantic thing and got nothing going on, we start making up backstories for all these people. You know, you got the loudmouth. We had him. So I'll draw it for you. A woman that had like a
Did
dolly.
you guys sit on opposite sides of the table or same side, like a booth together?
We've mean,
It
throughout
was
the
a table for two.
throughout the meal, we changed.
a booth?
We moved around. Well, there's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of drawing. I tell them to come over to my
Okay.
side and stuff like that. So either way, this was the circle table. Now, there was an old man sitting in this corner here. This is old man, right? This is old lady, okay?
So maybe Mrs.
But also one of those old ladies that has, she's Dr. Jekyll herself. Like she's built by Pfizer or something. You know, she's just got all the work's done. Big old fake titties, cheetah top, leather skirt,
Hot.
long
Well, of
blonde
course
hair.
it's cheetah print.
Yeah, all that shit. So
He's
she's got
next wife.
the world's largest boots, at least tall wise.
He's first wife.
Oh wait, that's young. This is young right here. Young, it looks just like a younger version of the old one I just described, as far as blonde, but decked out, all the makeup, everything. And then over here, wild card. Because now over here you had t-shirt, jeans, just hat guy, just normal dum-dum, looks like us.
Okay.
So
4 at a table.
I got to. This guy is he's into racing. He's a funny car driver.
Okay.
All right. I was thinking more of the dirt track, whatever, sprint car.
There you go.
But I'll tell you why funny car comes into this.
So is it a funny car? Is it more like a funny car?
Old man, I had pegged as principal. All right. Now, old man married to old lady, but old man maybe a little bit younger than old lady.
Okay.
Could be
married
old lady.
for the money.
Yeah, well, could be a second marriage situation. Old lady, easy, dental hygienist. I mean, at some point. And then young lady, I couldn't get a good view of her. Mexico had a better profile of her. From the backside, I said, bank teller. I mean, clearly not smart.
Receptionist at like a therapy office or something.
Yeah, receptionist, office, whatever. Doesn't matter. Had that going on, right? And so we're having a great time. I mean, by this time, we've got prime rib falling out of our mouths, and we're just sitting there dipping it into mustards and putting some mushroom sauce on it. And, oh, is that fresh Caesar salad? Oh, cool. And then we go back to our little drawing of these people. Everything is going great, except for Shannon then finishes his second glass of wine. He said, I'm going to go ask him.
What they do?
And I was like, what? What do you mean, bud?
He's going to go talk to him.
I'm going to go over there. I mean,
You don't push him to the limit, man.
I'm gonna go get a smoke, but then I'm gonna walk by the table, and I'm gonna tell him our theory. I'm gonna ask him. I was like, oh my god, because Shannon don't really drink that much anymore, and he didn't drink that much at night. He's just at that perfect. Everything's good, everything's happy. So he gets up and he walks by, and I thought he was gonna at least go smoke first and then come back, but no, he stopped, and as he's going by, he does that weird swivel on the back heel, zip, swivels around, and pats old NASCAR driver on the fucking shoulder. Hey, guys, I'm sorry to bother you, but my buddy and I over there, we were listening to your guys' conversations all night. And I was like, oh, shit.
You're being creepy.
And he was trying to look for the word eavesdropping, but he couldn't get it. So he kept, we weren't listening, but we were like,
kind of.
kind of like spying. You know the word. He's doing that bit where he starts looking around. So they start laughing, though. So everything's going okay. He's like, oh, sweetheart, you don't have to worry about that. We've maybe been listening to you, too. And I was like, oh, my God. Fuck. Obviously, you haven't, because we've said some really horrible, really horrible stuff. So he goes, here's the deal. We do a comedy show, a podcast, and that fucking NASCAR guy, his jaw about hit the ground. Holy shit, a podcast?
I got a celebrity.
I know my phone has those. Yeah, shit. And I was like,
You guys know Joe Rogan?
the other three, no idea. A what? A podcast? Like a space thing? Like a space? What do you mean, pup? Okay, anyways, what's going on? Well, anyways, we do a podcast, and you guys can listen. It's those guys from Wichita. I was like, fuck, great. Anyways, we sat here all night listening to you, and we think we figured out the situation here. And I'm going to break it down for you. You, mister, and he pats the NASCAR guy, you're the funny car driver. And the old bitch, he is. And I was like, holy shit, a funny car driver? That's I thought I nailed him on the sprint car driver, but funny car driver is very specific, even in the racing game. That's true. He is. And then she looked at me. He is the funny one. He is the funny guy. And I was like, oh, you're dumb. You can't. You thought he said the funny guy. No. And he goes, old man, points at the old man. We got you as like a principal or something, some sort of authority at school. And this guy wasn't really, no, I'm retired. He's like 50.
Retired
Okay.
principal.
And said, well, then you're married to the funny car driver, to the young one. No, I'm married to him.
Oh.
And this threw a huge wrench in all of. Now my eyes get this
Oh.
big, dude, because now
She's on second marriage.
the 25-year-olds with the old man, which means he got to the other one. He said bank teller. She didn't say anything. She's like, no, I'm retired too. It's like, okay. Gets over to the old lady, and you're a dental hygienist. I am, and I was a bank teller. It's like, oh, of course you were. It's like, but I don't. Are you like the mom of her? No, I'm married to the funny guy. Now the funny guy's got to be 40 years less than this woman. So now we're just.
Now he married him for the money.
And I'm over there at the table holding my map, going, "What the fuck?
Holy shit!"
Trying to like make X's and stuff, and they're all looking, over their shoulders, back at me, pointing, laughing. Did you make that up? You said I was. I was like, yeah, I did. And then Shannon goes, well, anyways, good to meet you. Turns around and walks out. So now I'm just sitting there alone with a mountain of food. As fucking four yolk, they're just yelling at me. What did you think I was before you said Taylor? It's like, I don't know.
He's the talker. I'm not the talker.
I'm going to my list. I'm like, I don't know. We had fucking prostitute on.
Yeah.
We had all this shit. I can't say this to this woman. So I thought Taylor at
You
first.
ever blown a
and
guy for money or
kinda stuck
anything?
with that. I don't know. So anyway, they're like, well, what's your podcast? How do you do that? I was like, I don't
You guys made buddies.
know how you. You just listen if you want to.
You turn it on.
You turn it on and listen. I'm gonna eat right now, so.
Sorry, he's the talker. Yep. He's the talker.
And
So-
that's what happens when you talk to your neighbors. It doesn't matter if it's a restaurant or the lake. Do not talk to your neighbors at the lake.
But I felt like, there's a gypsy, carny act that was going on there.
Oh, the whole
Sure.
table was a cardiac.
Right. But as far as me pinpointing at least the dental hygienist, which to be fair isn't hard, but they can work one of two careers if you look
With
like
the
that.
leopard print, they got to be a dental
Yeah.
hygienist.
So I'm not gonna pat myself on the back too much, but our waiter, who was this tall drink of water, young lad, very handsome guy.
Okay, I was gonna say guy. Okay.
Yeah, of course, and probably 6'5", 6'6". So when we were getting ready
you
to
didn't
be
like tall
done,
people.
I didn't, but I was sitting the whole time.
Okay.
And I got a long torso.
So you do look taller
So
sitting
at
down.
first, yeah, he probably thought I was 6'2", like.
Most of the staff at the
equal,
Longhorn,
At least
better
5'9",
too.
5'10".
I called the best thing though, because I told Shannon, I was like, all right, our waiter, I bet you $5, I bet you anything that he can dunk it, but I bet you $10 that he can't reverse slam it.
Well, that's hard. He can't do the walk up and.
I said, I bet that guy played basketball every fucking day until high school was over.
What age? Are you guessing?
21, 20,
Oh.
real young.
He can do it.
No. So here's what happened. Shannon, he comes back up. He's like, hey, Jake, before you go, we got a bet going on here. Can you dunk it? Jake, yeah, I can dunk it. Oh, yeah. I'm 6'6". I had to. I practiced every day in high school. It's like I said it. And I was like, oh, but before you go, can you reverse slam it? Nah.
Yes! Yeah, because that guy's not very athletic. He always does that one.
Yeah.
Run
No.
up.
Like he didn't know to jump off 1 foot or 2 foot or
turn or
whatever.
nothing.
No,
And
he's got posters of Big Country on his wall.
Yeah,
Not a
he's
king.
under the basket. He's not a style dunker
No.
for sure. But either way, I felt great about that. And then we had a bet about there was some other situation going on at another table with women, morbidly obese, younger, like probably 20, but all
Hot.
they're also a double date maybe situation, but all wearing pajamas. Like,
Girls' night out.
but
But
there
the
was
guys
men
were
too.
wearing pajamas too. Were
Yeah.
they like scrubby dudes
Oh.
too?
Yeah,
Oh.
and
They all
Shannon
probably
had him
just
as-
lived together in their trailer and they just went out
yeah,
to dinner
that's
together.
just white trash.
They
Take
all
the
lived
homeless
together
to
like,
dinner
let's go
night.
to yeah.
He had him as
Won't it be
Dungeons
funny
and
if I wear my
Dragons.
SpongeBob pajamas?
Yeah.
I just think
A lot of that shit on the pajama bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could have been a Dungeons and Dragons or a furry convention kind of deal going on, but I don't know. We never got to look. Thankfully, they left before
Maybe
Shannon
them are their big eating pants.
attacked
that's
them.
true.
So
Those
either
are
way,
the meat log pants.
it was awesome because I think I've done that a few times. I mean, maybe me and you have done it before. If we're in Vegas, when we'll make backstories, but just to have a long form thing, that's a fun game to play.
We used
People-
to play it when people would walk into the store.
Oh yeah, we do that. What's this guy do? Obviously
That's hard.
he's
You have to do it in like 15 seconds or let them wander around and you'd make up
Yeah.
the backstory.
recently divorced, techie, and we try to get as much of that information out with questions,
Why they're there.
but not just go up and say, hey, we made up a whole backstory. Here's our version. Now tell us what you do. And I don't even
No.
know if we really asked a lot of
Sometimes you would,
follow-ups.
but no, it's just fun to say we were right or wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. It was
he
a
bought
good
blades.
time.
No, he definitely wasn't a tech.
Tell me more about this 50-year-old and the 25. The 25-year-old, was she 1 to 10?
He
What
said
was-
he'd go see the back. That was the problem.
I did eventually
You can
after.
tell a lot from the back.
I'm gonna guess that she was
in
an
a Brazilian
Oklahoma
restaurant.
6.
I'd say a 6 would be a good guess.
No,
now
an Oklahoma 6.
So one step
Oklahoma
above average.
8. Maybe an Oklahoma 8. Yeah.
Biggest
Damn.
downfall? Girth?
Well, I think what was happening is she was wearing the she had the girth wardrobe on where she was dressed in black. You know, she had the flowing gown, like the cover, and then a smock. Is it a smock?
Sure, we'll
You
call
know,
it a smock.
Kind of like
A shawl.
Yeah, what Indians used to wear. That's what I was gonna say. The shawl.
Oh, kimono.
A headdress?
So she had a full, long,
A shawl can be like a
down to the ankle,
overdressed thing.
black.
Yeah.
It's kind of like to hide in the shadows. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell. Now she had a pretty face. I mean, she has a great makeup. You could tell there's a lot of makeup. If you threw her in a pool and she walked out of the pool, it wouldn't be one of those.
She'd look like a blobfish.
Yeah, it wouldn't be one of those deals where that one movie with that was so everybody liked in the '70s about the high school.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about, but I can't. I was just gonna say Wild Things would be our times version of that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets
Come on, guys.
he's wanking
Yeah,
off
he's
at the
wanking
window
in,
and gets
he works
caught
at like
and-
the Captain D's Fish or whatever,
Right.
and
Mexico, help us out, bud.
Fast Times at Ridgemont
There
High.
you go. Jesus.
Whatever the fuck that bitch's name was.
I think the movie you're thinking about is Hamburger Hill.
Oh,
It's not
I think that's
Hamburger Hill.
Well, I obviously I never saw them, but just based off your explanation,
you've seen the scene.
I'm talking about
Platoon.
the table, the table of
Oh.
people. This
Ne'er-do-wells.
wasn't a trophy wife situation. I'm gonna guess
It was a trophy husband
Yeah.
situation.
that they kind of all hang out at the same hole in the wall bar,
Mhm.
and the old timer got the young girl because, well, she's-
Money.
I mean, no,
Yeah, she
I
don't
mean,
work. She
he
was the
chased
bartender
after
there.
her because hey, she's better than
But
any 50-year-old.
She was the bartender there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and he's got a little money, so she's like, heck yeah. The old broad that's all plasticed up, she's the slutty town whore at the old timer bar, and then old funny car driver's just the
Out of town
young
guy.
drunk,
Well, he
drunk
was from
guy,
out of
like,
town and then just started hanging out
It
there.
may be old, but damn, she anytime I want it, she's
rock
ready.
my boots.
Yeah, he's a
Well,
rolling rock
bolt-ons
guy.
don't age. I mean,
Yeah.
the same. So
I'm into bourbon.
Oh, that was the old
So-
man. The old guy did just get into bourbon. Yeah, he did mention that. everybody. not
like he's
just
into
us.
bourbon, like the
hobby.
drink.
I just been getting into bourbon.
Is that why he
All
was so
right.
loud?
All right.
Yeah, no, he was loud based on. I think the fact that when you're that young, I mean, he is old in the sense of the table, but in like human years, he's 55 and he has no more. I mean, his life is done. I mean, it's just this. You go get drunk on bourbon, you fuck this young chick. I mean, she's 25 till she's 29. Get rid of her, kick
Yeah.
her to the curb, get a new version.
Yeah.
You got about a 25 to 29-year-olds at least for the next 30 years, and that's his life. He's going to get on a Segway or something and fly off a cliff at some point, hopefully, and do a favor. Sorry, Mexico. What's up?
He said, Eric's right. Me and Brett did say that, there's, we get 50. But this guy, he didn't have a neck. Squash. So he was.
We're going to have to get Mexico to go outside and talk to us. I think he's in his house, or he's in the trailer. It's cutting out, buddy. But it's his phone. You have to go out on the lanai.
outside.
You have to go out on the porch.
Go out on the veranda, man.
I go on the veranda. Shouldn't do that. Sit there and click the thing into the mic. Oh, yeah. No audio issues. Hey, by the way, Smoothie's here, everybody.
Hey, thanks.
Hey!
Thanks, guys. Thanks for waiting for me.
Well, that and we did.
Oh, yeah,
we
we
had to
waited just
reset
like
the
one
show a
dog
couple
Three
doesn't
times.
times we
The
started.
reason
it.
Shannon's not here is because Lucy passed away
Oh,
today.
Oh, we're not in the beginning. You can say
Okay.
that.
Well, I said that earlier that I had to restart the show because I
You
don't
can't
bring
start
the
a
show
show
down.
off with that.
So, anyways, now we're down
Is
again.
that better?
Yes.
There he is.
Sounded amazing. Did you put clothes on?
Thank you. I put clothes on and then I hopped on one foot. I wanted to say that Eric's right. The old guy he got smushed by an elevator, and he was like 60. So that was his win. I mean, me and you looked at each other and said we had, there's hope for us. So right?
Yeah, I felt hopeful. Like if I hit the right scratcher, I could find one of these 25 to 29-year-old sevens, Oklahoma sevens.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, Oklahoma 6 or 7. Yeah. Right. Exactly. And she was retired. So what are you going to do?
In the grand scheme of things, my wife's in Oklahoma 7. That's not bad. I'd take her down there.
Well, yeah, she's got to get down here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I buried my dog. That was bad. It's kind of been coming for about 3-4 days. But I'll tell you what, fellas, I went up the hill and I started digging, and I kind of fell through a little bit, and there was like old wood and beads and some leather stuff. I don't know. It's moved some stuff out of the way, some other bones or whatever, and it was pretty easy digging. So.
Oh, good.
Dude, you got to rub some mothballs on you.
Yeah.
Get those bad spirits off you.
That sounds like a lovely bone situation.
He bought Indian burial grounds.
So
he bought the perfect place.
No, I heard drums. I don't know. It was really cool. It was kind of someone who played drums or something for,
You may want to send a text to Nicolas Cage and see what remedies he's got for you. That doesn't sound very good, man.
Okay. Yeah, lemon juice or something.
Just send an email and tell him you got another movie for him. He'll come down.
Okay.
He's into that. Well, I'm glad. Glad that you were able to get the shittiest part of your day done, and then we can now move on from that, and you can let these guys know the most amazing thing that happened.
Okay. Well, I've got 2 things. I won't keep you too much from the show. If I can't make it, people and dogs and animals, and if everybody would just quit, dying on me, that'd be great. So, fellas,
there's not many of us
on
left.
the show. Well, I know, exactly.
I mean, ultimately, you have like 4 more people that can die, and then you'll be lonely.
Right. Well, we haven't seen Andy tonight neither, so word's still out. The thing is, yes, I had a wonderful date with beautiful Conrad. He did try the outdoor shower. He did look at me sideways, kind of like, yeah, it is everything you said it was. He stood out there quite a while, and it was awesome. But I did get to share with Conrad something I wanted to share tonight with the rest of the group. Friday night, I was cruising home, and I was trying to get here because Conrad was already here all day Friday working on the trailer. But I saw a Schwann truck, and so that was a sign. And then I saw the Ditch Poet, and then I said, well, if I don't stop for the Ditch Poet tonight and have a story, then Conrad's going to blame me when I said I saw a Ditch Poet. He'll ask me why didn't I stop. So I stopped, and I pulled around, and I parked on the highway, and he came up to the window, and his name is Brad, and he's IB. That's his rep name. We told him that we call him a Ditch Poet, and we think he's awesome. And I said, here's my email address, which is really weird. Somebody stopping you on the highway,
yeah, but email,
and then giving you an email address. I mean, normally it's like, well, here's the phone number. And I told him, I said, I want him to rap a song for the show, or a whole album, whatever. We'll go record him because he's the most awesome thing ever. And he said thanks, and I took my email that was written on probably like an old cigarette box or something. And then he said, yeah, okay, I'll email you. Well, then I came home thinking, this is the best thing ever. And I told Conrad. Conrad says, no, you didn't. You didn't stop. I said, dude, his name's Brad. He's going to email me. Well, now it's kind of like I'm waiting for my high school sweetheart to email me or call me to prove to my bigger brother that I actually did ask her out.
You should have got his last name so we could Facebook.
Well, here's the thing, too, also. Just to reset for everybody, the Ditch Rapper we've been talking about since Shannon's moved out there. Every one of us who've been down there have driven there at different times of day and night and left at different times, but yet all of us has seen this young man walking through the ditch in the fog, and you can
loud and proud.
You can tell he's rapping. It's not like we're making it's all the hand gestures of the urban poets as he's doing it. So we know he's
a young
rapping.
Eminem.
Yeah. And we don't know where he's going because he's just in this section, these random sections of the ditch. and there's nothing for miles and miles in any direction. So we have no idea where he's leaving or where he's going. And I told Mexico when he said I finally talked to him, I was like, I don't believe you. I said, did you find out any information? Like, where's he going? And Mexico said, no.
Where did you come from?
You don't want to know
Which
that.
I thought, well, that is kind of perfect. I guess.
No.
We don't want to know.
No, you would never want to
No,
know.
I still don't know where he's going or where he's coming from.
I do have the email, Mexico, if you want me to read it to the guys.
Yeah, please. He actually, thank you. That's what I was leading up to. He emailed me. And so when I checked my email, like Tuesday, like yesterday, he had emailed me seconds after our meeting. And I went through the whole weekend working on the trailer, never checking my email because I never check my email anyway. And I thought it was hilarious that I gave him my email and not my phone number. Just text me, bud. I know you got a phone. You're out here rapping. You know what I mean? But I made him go the extra step to email me. And I never checked my email. So then Tuesday when I got it, I read it. And then I instantly forwarded it to Conrad. And all I texted Conrad was, check your email. Like, you know, what are we, 1990? This is awesome.
So what we know thus far is that Shannon stopped a random young guy in a ditch and rolled down the window and said, hey, we think you're the ditch rapper. That's what me and my friends call you. We do a show. He's like, no, my name's Brad.
The ditch rapper.
But I like ditch rapper. And then Shannon hands him a fucking Marlboro case that has his email chicken scratched on it, and then
On
it's
a
like,
carton.
hope to hear from you.
This is just like Dre and Eminem when they met.
So what I mean is there wasn't a lot of information that was exchanged in that to get this email. So
his emails have been touched.
He did ask
at
me if he was on social
gmail.com.
media, though, and the guy said he doesn't do social media, which is smart if you're trying to get a rap game going. I mean, it's smart to stay off of.
I was hoping he had MySpace.
Well, he might be doing the underground rap game.
Well, AYE. Hey, it's Brad. Dat ditch rapper, LOL. But yeah, I'm writing a song. I'm a practice for a while. Give me like 2 years.
What?
I know it's a long time, but first impressions means a lot. And I'm going to try to write an album. But just give me time. That's all I ask. I'll email you when I'm ready. Thanks, by the way. And also, I cook a mean grilled cheese sandwich. Just saying.
Nice.
Well, fuck, now we have him on for that.
That's a real email, man. That's a real email. It's the best thing ever. I told you guys. He is the best guy ever that no one knows.
I don't know what the fucking
If you
grilled
bring
cheese.
him to the show, I will fucking kill you.
Bro, you meet a dude that
Now that I
rocks
know
back and
Phil
forth to
and
God knows
Ivy,
where.
don't you fucking...
Oh, by the way,
Hey,
I saw Ivy this weekend. Anyways, go on with Ditch Rapper. He's looking great. He's doing
No,
fine.
he
Is he home?
sends the
He's
first
home?
email after meeting you for 15 seconds on a highway where you could both die because he's on the window and there's a hill and you could both die out there.
Was
and
he
the
wearing
first email he
Jinkos?
sends is, I make a sweet grilled cheese.
Wearing chinos.
That is awesome.
It's the fine. It's the best. He like fits the group better than anybody else, man.
I know.
He fits the group better than me.
What's so
He's taking my
strange
place.
about Brad is he was in such a rush to email you back that he did it within hours because he got it. There's a timestamp on there. He did it. He must live close to home in that ditch,
Or he just did it from his
ran.
phone.
I guess you're assuming this ditch rapper has this access. I don't think he does, Casey. I think his access is limited to that 12-foot
The
swath
library.
of ditch. That's it. I don't know if I don't think he has a phone. If you
Everybody
had a
has
phone, you would like call
Everybody has a
somebody
phone.
when it's raining and say, "I don't want to walk in the ditch today." To
Yeah, I
Carl.
got kicked out of the library.
He's got access to Sparks Library that doubles as a tornado shelter. So yeah.
So he
Yeah,
ran
there's
over
one
to the tornado shelter.
IBM computer that will dial up in there.
Like
yeah.
if you're in such a
How
hurry,
old's this guy? If you're now that you got up to his face,
How old is
27.
he?
yeah.
I'm gonna guess he's probably 19 or 20. And
Okay,
BT
that
Dubs,
young.
I don't know any 19 or 20-year-old dude walking 5 miles to do something every day, rain or shine. Doesn't matter if they mowed the ditch or not. He beat a path through, draft tall
Job,
fucking grass, and
girl,
I mean, I don't know anybody
think
to do that.
drug dealer.
I think that's his rapping ditch. I think that he
if
goes.
that was
Yeah,
the case,
dude.
he would have had some lyrics he would have spit there. That I mean, he would have. He wouldn't say 2 years.
Casey, it takes Well,
He's just singing Eminem songs. While
Dude,
he's
that's
Read
his
the
studio.
email, Casey. First impressions are everything, dummy.
he could make
I'm
up
making
some
green grilled
shit.
cheese though.
He could make up some bullshit. You're
Maybe
right.
he's a cook.
He could give us some rap that's not related to what we do, but it's going to take him 2 years to get the right first impression.
Oh,
And by the
yeah.
way, you just made
Been
your first
grilling that
impression.
cheese, B.
Bro, I would have said, here's your first $50. You know, drop me some lyrics. I'm gonna be your producer.
Mr. Rockefeller.
Had I pulled, I would have bought his album. I mean, I've bought albums from other people before
Still haven't listened to him.
that I don't even trust. No, I don't listen to him.
Right. It's easy to armchair quarterback, but when you're doing 65 down a highway and you see a little pit pop in the ditch in tall
65
grass,
sounds a
and
little
you have
low.
to hang a Louis in the middle of nowhere on a two-laner, and you have to get over in somewhat of a ditch so you can get out of oncoming traffic. That kind of whittles you down to what you know. Just stayed basic. I didn't even ask him where he worked
he's
or
a
where
ditch
he's going or
worker.
where he's coming from. I see him every day. You're the best ever. I know you're rapping. Do you beatbox? You just rap? These are the questions that I had on my mind as I scribbled my sweet 18-paragraph email address down to him on a cigarette pack.
You
to
should
hand
get
to
a
him.
smaller email address.
Thank you.
Tell me to check your email.
Sometimes IE Mexico, sometimes Shannon, sometimes at AOL.com / please email me at some point .com
Yeah, we need to update that, but he did figure it out.
/ HTTP at the Conrad and Jack Show, Connie G Show, those guys from Wichita. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
.com.
long, but he figured it
Yeah.
out. I mean,
He did. He got every letter right minutes after I gave it to him. So that was awesome.
well, it was to me. It was the weekend was looking like it just is so much work in front of me, and that we weren't making the progress that we should be making at this point. And then when those, it's kind of like my spirit animal, man. When he's like, "Hey, the ditch rapper, talk to me." What? He's gonna email us. What? My spirits were immediately lifted, and I could feel my hands again. And I got right back to work. I was excited again. So,
well, I have to.
I can't wait 2
email him.
years.
No, we're going to mark it on the calendar. We're going to email him exactly 2 years from the date he emailed us. That's going to happen. Number one. Number two, I'm going to do a follow-up email and tell him I moved some of his ancestors away to bury my dog. That's going to happen. I just want to be upfront with him.
Respond.
You know what I mean?
2 years? Did you mean 2 months?
He was actually
No.
very good as far as I mean, he did put his slang in there, but his punctuation. I mean, I don't know what I'm
It's great.
He did I''MMA. I'm a practice, but
Well, here's the funny thing.
That's spit.
Here's the funny thing, Conrad.
Yeah.
When I get off of here, I'm going to check my email because remember, I sent him an email back. I'm sure he sent one back, and I'll have to email it and you can read it.
Okay, yeah, do that because I only got the
But
one.
before that, and I know that's a huge story, especially for people that listen, but I do have something else that I want you guys to think about, maybe debate, talk about if you'd like. There's a new product, and I think everybody in the room will agree with me. One of the hot topics that Conrad's always been after throughout all our time podcasting is the fact that he got circumcised late in his life, and it
I was 5 years old.
It traumatized him. He's traumatized, but fear not, young Conrad. There's a new product. It's called the TLC Tug. The TLC Tuggy. What happens is you put it on your foreskin that you have left, if you have any, and you tie it to your knee. There's a weight, and it pulls it down, so now you can regrow your
helmet. You can get your helmet
you can
back.
regrow your helmet back into an uncircumcised penis.
You can get the
for
anteater
low, low
back that
price.
you've been looking for
Yeah.
all these years.
I
know. I know that.
You told me about this, and I appreciate you giving me a heads up. No pun intended. That
Heads down, but
that this would come up tonight. But what I don't understand, and I didn't want to ask any questions, is how are you attaching it to the foreskin? Do you have to put like a salve or
Bread
an oil? What?
Bread
ties. Aren't they clips? I was going to say like banana clips.
Alligator clips.
Yeah.
That's not. We don't need to bring
No,
guns into this, Casey. But
No, it's
There is some
pronounced
sort of
appellate.
hoop. There's some sort of hoop that you attach, goes to a weight and a cord.
yeah, but my point is, if I put
there's-
a hoop on my on the
It's just
skin.
falling off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If it's tight enough on the ridge there, on the ridges, then maybe it will yank the whole unit down, like one of those.
No, it won't, because the way they explain it is you poke your head up in, and then you have your halo, okay, and the halo you pull that it keeps that halo tight
I do that
around your
sometimes
head,
myself.
keeps your head inside, and as time goes on, you'll grow new skin, and that way it'll replace the skin that got cut off.
I don't know if that's how you grow skin, but I mean, I understand that if you you chop a bunch of babies up and throw them in something,
if you don't,
we get the stem cells out of them, we can grow skin. That part makes sense to me. Just putting a rope on something, like if that was the case, you would just have people wandering around with like really, really long arms and stuff. Really, maybe the bones aren't long, but the skin would be like you could have a bunch of squirrel men out there.
Well, what if
zipping
what have
around.
you been doing with your thumbs? Because the skin's growing back on your thumb.
Well, I didn't put like a ring. I didn't put a ring around it or anything.
Well, listen, bud. I'm not.
I know you're not a
I'm into
doctor. You're not a
scientist.
scientist.
I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be one. I don't even play one on TV. I'm just saying there's a product now that will allow you to do exactly your dream, basically. I mean, for all this time, you've always wondered how it would be uncircumcised.
No,
you
I
now
know.
have the power with this project to grow back your foreskin and then see how it plays out.
A lot
Basically,
of my
he developed it. It's a great developer. He developed it because there's like 40% of ecstasy you're missing out on, because the nerve endings that they cut off is horrible. They don't grow back. And so actually uncircumcised dudes, I guess, are having more pleasurable relations with their significant others than uncircumcised people. And
wait, hold on a second.
You couldn't make that decision when you were a kid. And if you were contact,
I made the decision.
6 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know. It's kind of like
you asked Gump to do it for you.
No, I mean, I was
cut
asked,
this off.
do you want to go through with it? But I wasn't old enough. I wasn't mentally developed enough to make that decision.
Well, you said yes.
I said yes. I did. I said yes to the priest. I said yes to everybody. I shouldn't have said any of that stuff.
You said
back,
yes after to the priest. He said
I was
sign
circumcised when I met the priest, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
After I was circumcised. Yeah. Then the yes
Was
train
there any
started
other questions I can clear up
going
before
down
I
the
let
tracks.
you guys discuss? Was there any other questions I can
no,
I
because
can clear up before you guys discuss
maybe
if you'd like to do that or not? Or?
One, I think you misinformed us a bit.
Suction cup.
Where you said that the reason people are doing this is there's nerve endings. The nerve endings I don't think are in the skin though, bud. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they are. I mean, they are.
No, the nerve endings like basically
very sensitive area around your whole junk, bud. I mean,
no,
so
hold on. Hear me out. I think that where the water comes out of that spout, that redder part or purpler part, right there. Well, that's like the engine. That's the engine to your lust. Okay. And then when you put a hood over it, the engine's still under there, but the engine is all you need. You can take the hood off, and now you're just pushing the engine into somebody else's garage. But if you have a hood on there, it gets in the garage. What are they doing? Like, there's no reason for their garage anymore because you've got your own garage for your engine. You know what I mean? Like,
well, listen here, Poop Dick. I don't know everything that you're asking me.
Well,
I mean,
what I'm saying is, I think that the nerve endings are in the into the where the water comes out. That's where the nerve endings are.
Well,
and
I've asked a medical doctor, and they said that it's all over the indigenous zone.
Basically, the way you're describing it, and Casey kind of did before he walked out to go test it on himself, is the skin that is overlaying where the water comes out, if left alone as an adolescent and a baby, if that's just left on there and you're left an anteater, you're basically the good Lord
double vagina in yourself.
Yeah, the good Lord has gifted you with a better version of what females have.
A built-in sleeve.
Okay,
built-in sleeve. And now when doctors and women started figuring out that why do men need, they don't need women anymore. One, we figured out how to cut off the ends of wieners and everybody's fine. So, we've already figured everything out. We're not going to learn anything. We've learned as of now that we've learned nothing in the past 100 years, right?
Right.
So,
well, it's cleaner.
Right.
I mean, that's the main
that was what they would say, but that's the same argument with it's safer, it's better. It's just the PC bullshit of 1920. You know what I mean? It's cleaner. No, it's not cleaner. That's just what they were saying because what was
Those
happening
roaring
is
20s, you didn't have time to clean under
there was
it.
a bunch of 15-year-old, sock 'em boppers, or what was that, doo-woppers that were out there taking their girlfriends out to the soda fountains and listening
Big
to
Bopper.
big boppers, listening to that bullshit, whack, 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 and they're like, I just got to take, yes, I'll spend another nickel to buy you fucking licorice as long as we get to go in the back of that car in the Model T and you're going to show me your body and we're going to do this. And she's just, I actually like Chad a little bit better than you. I decided to take you out because he's taking out Amanda. And I was like, okay, I know. Then they do it. He's like, that's okay, but my foreskin's way better. You know?
That's true. Like, I could just do it with my...
Why did I have to listen to that? I spent 33 cents and listened to that shit all night for something that tastes...
True.
My foreskin...
It was black licorice. I mean, it was delicious, but I mean...
Yeah. That wasn't her
That's all they
name.
had. They didn't have Twizzlers back then, but
Yeah.
I mean, if it was Twizzlers involved, now you're talking about something. But
I just,
it was
it's
just that
kind of
black-
cool. It's kind of cool that we all think, like, wouldn't it be cool if we could just do all this stuff, for ourselves, if our bodies were built that way? And by the way, they were. Like, I know that JC's looking down on us, be like, I built you that way, dummies. You cut it off. It's your fault. And by the way, you've never.
Well, now, but now you can grow it back, bud. That's what I'm saying.
How do you
I know
know
your
it's
stance on
better?
this. Everybody knows it. Now you need to buy this project and heal yourself.
Eric, how much was it? Eric had pulled it up.
I didn't look at the pricing.
Good.
I
Doesn't
started.
matter.
I dug too deep into it, and it started disturbing
Roast
me.
yourself out?
Insurance out of
Oh,
cover.
there's pictures. There's pictures. You guys should look at the pictures. They're
Or
great.
you could sue your parents for the payment.
Could we put up a PayPal on the website for people to donate for my new, what is it called?
Sure.
The tube.
TLC Tugger.
No, yeah, TLC Tugger.
Can we start a
buddy.
lawsuit
Tugger.
against your mom?
I could tell you that I don't know how much
Yeah.
it is, but the T-shirts for TLCTugger.com are $18.95 on Zazzle.
That's not a bad. I mean, that's not a bad. And that'd be good to give the people that donate to my tugging, like a T-shirt or something.
Yeah. Well, if you have a T-shirt that says that you are, it's kind of like, are you gelling? You know I'm gelling. Not Magellan.
Dude,
The
there's
jello.
a
See?
T-shirt with just diagrams of the Tugger.
That's awesome.
And by the way, here, if you not
tugging?
sold
I'm
already,
tugging.
you get a pair of magical underwear that helps you wear it all day.
I will destroy those, but
Okay.
I need a couple
All right.
pairs. Yeah.
It keeps all the cords and everything out of the
How
way.
many cords
you
are in
don't,
it?
I don't know. I mean, a few. It has directions, bud. You'll be fine.
Eric's watching the video.
TLC Tugger. Get one today.
Now, if you're going to be tugging with a strap in bed up over the shoulder,
Like a continental soldier.
I didn't mean to watch that video. I'll save that for
No,
later.
I was learning a lot. Keep it on there.
Hold on. You should have seen the picture of the guy. I don't know if you want to be associated with this company. I'm trying to find a price here. Boy, there's a lot of pictures and videos. And no, are you 18 and enter sort of thing.
Well, it's medical. It's medical. Oh, wow. That guy doesn't need to tug it.
He's already 16 inches. He's looking at 26.
That guy needs to maybe get something else.
He damn good.
Yeah, we're only talking about $89.50. Comes with rubber bands too.
Christmas is right around the
problem.
corner, fellas.
The gold kit
Right.
is over $200 though.
Well, yeah. I'll tug all
You gotta
show.
go gold.
I'll hook it up before every show.
The hanging weights are $72.50, and it looks like a pile of washers.
Well, I could make my own weights.
Yeah.
I just need the
Well, it's
suction cup.
surgical. They're
you got
made out
those
of
free
surgical
weights.
metal.
Oh, I don't have surgical weights. I just have washers.
Yeah, they're out of.
You need to join
Yeah, they
these.
make them out of surgical metal, guys.
Wow.
So nothing gets
There's my
infected.
trailer in the background.
He's got a free weight at his house.
You need to go work events like this and sell
What
tacos.
group is that?
Yeah, you
Force-
can go ahead and fuck around with washers, but if you want to do it
In-
right, you go ahead and get that 25-pound free weight.
IntactAmerica.org.
Get that shit done overnight.
The guy in the white shirt appears to be the owner and proprietor of the Tugger
His shirt
because
says
he's all over the videos and the website.
And if he was hanging out by a school, I would call the cops.
he's into bourbon now too, guys.
Loves
That
bourbon.
guy.
And he doesn't have a neck.
Foreskin feels good is what his shirt says. So
Perfect.
there it is. That's what I was looking. So the TLC X Ultimate Controls Superior Outcome. Shop for
That's the gold package, and that's that. You're looking at over $200 for that bad boy.
Is that a lot? I mean, to get your foreskin back?
That's there's the simplicity.
I guess not, because I mean, if you're hiring let's say $150 prostitute, and she said,
"I am
$75 and we'll make it 40% better," you'd pay that $75.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Now I want to know: do you really need all the weights and stuff? If you once you get the suction cup, you could lasso like a string on the end of that and pull it to, build a little deal like a hang-up bar, like a pull-up bar.
Like
as I lay on my acupuncture mat, I could leash up through one of those.
Get a couple of
loops.
the stickers for you, bumper stickers.
Just need an eye bolt, and then I'll put it down and sit on the other end of it.
Yeah, we may, if you get that, we may want to be a little safe with you, because you'd be the guy that they would suggest 1.5 pounds worth
And
of
I'd
weight.
be pulling myself
And
up
you'd
to the
say,
He'd be
ceiling.
hanging brain literally.
One decimal, 15 pounds. No
I'd be
problem.
like cliffhanger.
You'd be you trying to tow your truck.
It'd be like the reverse Mission Impossible.
What? 2 weeks? I'm like the ditch rapper. 2
You'd be
years?
doing
No way.
Like
I'm gonna
Rocky in
hang
the
off
snow
of it.
hauling the truck.
Do it over the top
Foreskin's
with
not
the
a
rubber
birth
band.
defect.
I'd have you guys like slam the string into your doors and shit.
Bring home your whole baby. Say no to circumcision.
Just tie it around your leg and go jogging.
By the way, we're sharing all of these to our page. This is gonna be our
That's
new
fine.
movement.
Hey, also, we can have a contest if you guys want to, see how long your tube can get. You know what I mean? We can all buy them.
Dude.
And just measure how long our foreskin can. We'll be scraping the ground, bud.
we should anteater contest. That's
Yeah.
Well, they're rubber bands. You get 100 of them for $225. So
No problem. I'll
That's
just
easy.
cash in my aluminum cans.
It's not, there's really no risk to this, because even if you get your
Eric.
foreskin back, you just go get another circumcision.
Right.
It's that simple.
Chop it off if you
Easier
don't like
said
I
it.
want to know what
done.
the air tubes are for.
It comes with a free poop knife.
I don't think that by the time you go in there for your fourth circumcision after 40, they're gonna be like,
You'll figure out how to do it on your own.
"Where is all that?"
They got
skin coming
safety
from?"
lace, so you
Little
should
bit
be
of-
fine.
Just
little
keep
bit of
drinking
thin.
water. That's where it comes from, bud.
Well, if I'll
All right,
drink.
guys, I love you. I'm gonna go check the email. I'll send you an update before the bonus show. Can
How
you
to
send me
tug.
a link? And I'm sorry I couldn't get there. I'll watch. So
Yeah,
fuck
that's a
off.
shitty day.
Love
We
you.
know. Yeah.
see you,
You
see
have
you
a
next. see you
4-hour
next
rule
week.
to tugging. You can only do it 4 hours at a time.
See, that's where they always
Watch
put the
this.
rules in there.
I think this
Challenge
is
accepted, asshole.
this is a ploy that guy for people to send him dick pics. Because every time they call and say, "Hey, it's not working," it's like, "Well, why don't you send me a picture of that hog you're working with? I'll see what's the matter with it."
But I want to tug so much that
Look at that guy. You want to be associated with the anemic Henry Rollins?
I don't. I don't care about the guy hawking the tugger. I care that he invented it, so I can grow my
Here,
foreskin.
I got I got a statue. God dang it! I was gonna get for the.
Famosis.
No, Famosis is.
What do you want to drink? How about a Famosis?
Let's get that, but we're gonna turn it into a drink pourer, and you just fucking a little shot of vodka.
I just think it would be cool, like if I
Straight
had
out
a,
of the tap.
if I had like this sleeve.
I'm just
hanging
gonna say
off,
this: if
And I came in
foreskin
here
was
one time. I told you to reach in my sleeve.
if foreskin was so cool, how come you don't ever see a foreskin dildo?
They make
Girls
'em.
like it so much.
Because when you're erect, the foreskin kind of
No, not when you have. I mean,
a
not
lot of it.
it pulls back.
It'll
not
pull
much.
back a
I mean,
little.
you just tip of it comes
Oh,
out.
really?
I know. I watched
Gross.
my first ever accidental seen a video with it in there.
Accidental.
Well, I mean, as
You
far
kept going.
I skipped
Are you going to
past.
start this whole
No,
conversation
we've all
on
typed
a lie?
uncircumcised videos,
Nope, I
right?
didn't. I
I
stopped
tried. I
it.
don't know how to spell it.
I stopped it.
It is a weird spelling. There's an X in there somewhere. So
I stopped and quit.
I just typed in
It was like
aardvark
watching-
and goddamn.
Something bad.
And I'm gonna call bullshit on the whole 40% better. Feels better by 40% or whatever. Because how the fuck are you doing that
Look
science?
how weird it
That's-
looks
that's
because
like nice,
The thing is, you're stretching it so much. Now you see the shape of the tip around the foreskin.
cool.
It looks fucking weird. It looks like a weird dart.
I'm gonna go home and watch this guy tug all night.
Oh, over the shoulder,
Yeah,
down the leg.
it's 26 inches long, but it's a half-inch wide.
That guy's married.
Is
Yeah.
that his wife?
No,
That's
his
him.
That's
husband.
him.
Oh my God.
That's his husband.
He's married. I mean, hell, I can't get my wife to agree with me to what to eat dinner. But that guy went to his wife and said, "Hey, honey, I want to make a whole business. I'm quitting my job."
There's your tug and wear. That's the outfit.
That's a hell of a knee brace.
That'll get you.
If there's copper in it, I'm buying it.
If you could get,
Hey, Conrad, you want to race? I'm wearing my tug, man. I can't.
dude, this is our new challenge for Andy. We all send him a picture of us in a tug and see if you can tell the difference. Who's wearing the tug and wear?
Oh man.
Yeah, he's wearing his copper tug, but I guarantee you in a foot race, he's going to finish before you do.
I wonder if it stretches every time you walk. It just pops over the.
It's just
Eventually, would you get off?
proves that white people have no
Cool.
problems.
I'd be sitting here doing this.
That's a good beat.
Try to explain this to fucking DL Hughley.
He's got the
Yeah, he don't
He's
care.
got the beat.
No, seriously, it's a serious business. Like, I'm pretty traumatized from it. You know, you gotta.
What are the skewers for? What the hell?
So, anyways,
I think we lost Mexico at some point.
Oh, he
he,
hung up.
he had to go. Scroll
he had to go
down.
tug.
Scroll down if you could, Coach.
I don't have time to get into.
A little more. What are those skewers?
I know, that's what I said. There's some sort of center rods and hanging.
Those are the threaded things. If you get the gold package, you don't have to strap it. It looks like you just dial it in. Then you just twist the knob down the screwed rod.
So is that like
Oh.
the old orange juice commercial with the straw?
Yeah, I know what he's saying. It's gonna pull how much you twist it. Now the problem is you're gonna run out of real estate at some point.
I don't think you want a 3-inch long
That's what
turtleneck.
you're missing. I want the turtleneck so long. When I walk into the doctor to get it
Get
cut
a
off,
step on it.
I want it to be like, I want him to grab a nurse. You know what I mean? I want him to get all the people in
They've
there.
also do a penis extender set. If you
I
want to,
I want people to take a picture of
if
like
you
a
want to do the
trophy, like a game.
you want to do the sock and the extender. You could extend while pulling the skin.
Well, I would need that just to start. I need the extender to get enough length to then.
I think you might want to do it for skin extender, skin extender. You want to start with the skin if you're short of it already.
Yeah, I might have to rub a lot of acetone on it or something. Get it going.
You going?
That's gonna eat it away. I think you're going the wrong
You
wrong
going
way.
cod
bud.
wiener with it?
Hey, let's get some of those activism
Old
products.
carp dick with it. Yep.
Yeah, that way you could go ahead and just lance a paper clip through it and then
Ooh,
tie
some
a
bumper stickers.
Oh,
a
well,
5-pound
Yeah, I
free
clicked on
weight
those
onto it.
earlier.
There's been a lot of riots, a lot of movements, a lot of proclamations that have went out over the past year. This guy, had I known he was out and about doing it, I would have been on board fucking months ago, man. He's gotta get a better manager.
There's the extender at work.
Oh man, did you double up the Packer with the traction rig
Oh my
and
god.
the valet ring? Man, it's a good set.
But are we stretching?
Casey, of course we're gonna be stretching now. We're stretchers now. We're tuggers.
We're tugging.
Oh, I'm
He's
way
tugging.
ahead of you.
He's been tugging for years.
The problem is we're so cheap. We're all just gonna go home and build our own tugger. We know that, right?
Well.
I've been self-tugging for years, and it doesn't stretch or bring the foreskin. So
Why do you think I'm missing a shoelace?
I do it at least 4 minutes a night. So
Just gotta tuck it in the back door, man. That's all you gotta do.
only sitting down can I sometimes.
Oh, that's what that Jenner lady did. Yeah, baby.
I think she just pinches it, but yeah.
Just
Yeah,
tuck it,
baby.
Just
Yeah,
baby.
baby.
All right, we're gonna go to the bonus show.
Call
we
me
didn't
cat. Everybody does. You
we
just
didn't-
tuck it in the back door.
get to my wife's birthday dinner, which maybe we will.
Hey, happy
maybe we're not.
birthday.
Yeah, some beautiful wife has made another trip around the sun, so we'll talk about the birthday dinner. I got a cool thought on archaeologists made the news story. COVID. Oh, America's Funniest Home Videos, COVID edition.
So we're not doing phrasing anymore.
No,
All right.
it seems like he stuck that one.
Bug
No,
on
he
the
stuck it all right.
bag on the road. Don't talk about that. Then there's some news stories, and I think Skin Man's got some news. So
Oh, I
uh,
do.
all that's
All
gonna
on
come
the
up
bonus show.
in the bonus show. So if you guys are listening now and you want to hear more, all you got to do is go to thoseguysfromwichita.com and click the Patreon link.
How much is it?
I know what you're thinking. That must be $5
million?
$6,000,
At least 100, right?
and it's not by the minute or the second.
How much per month?
per month.
How much is the lowest subscription?
The lowest subscription?
Like if you just wanted to say get 500 downloads or all the bonus shows.
Oh, you could do that for like $1, man. $1.99.
$1.99?
Yeah,
Are
that's
you out
it.
of your mind?
$2.99. Get everything.
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 Holy shit. I'm signing up.
$2.99 is all it is.
Every
Not 209. I was going to do it for $299.
Yeah, it's only $2.99, and you'll get another hour of entertainment each week.
And we'll send you one of the foreskin shirts.
That's true. We still owe. By the way, Chris, I haven't forgot about you. I think about you every day. Your plate's here. We got a shirt for you. We're just waiting for Chip to sign.
We're
it.
going to put our actual foreskin on a shirt. We're just like mushroom stamps.
That could be how we sign now.
Yeah.
Lay
Dip
our
it-
anteaters down.
We dip it in like some mustard and then mushroom stamp it.
It'll work. So if you want to hear more of this, just go on over to Patreon / those guys from Wichita, and we will be there shortly. Thanks for listening, everybody, and don't let your meatloaf.
You can always tell Coach Casey's mushroom stamp because it has Halloween colors.
If I get it.
Halloween colors on the genitalia.